Alright. Welcome back to Let's Play Pirates of the Sword Coast. Here we are back at the captain. Well, the ship with the captain. There's Rahman. Good to see you back. You got the cargo straightened out, I see. Well, there'd be one more thing that needs taken care of before we raise anchor. If I had a copper for every time I heard that. Mind your lip, Nassar. I'll cut it off and boil it for soup as soon as we leave port. It'll be a last-minute addition to the passenger list is all. Some crazy lass staying at the Golden Apple just requested passage on the Rose. Her name be Tassina or such. I'll take care of it. I thank ye. If the lass hadn't sent fare with the messenger, I wouldn't be bothered to grant her passage. Anyway, go find her at the Golden Apple and hurry her aboard. 3,000 coins or no, I can't hold back the tides. View your store. I wish my dexterity were that high. It's not. It's only 19. Imagine 8, though? Jeez. Dexterity 8. I mean, you would need some artificially increasing. Like, you would need, like, dexterity bracers and stuff. There's no way you could ever reach. I mean, that would be what? 20... That'd be like 26 or something like that, I think, if I'm remembering 3rd edition correctly, because 30s plus 10, right? I think it's 22 for plus 7, and then is it one at a time after? I don't know, I forget how it works. Or no, it'd be 20, it'd be 24, which would still be really, really difficult. Okay, here we are. So just to point out, I went and... It's funny, I screwed something up. I did this earlier. I screwed something up, so we're doing it again. When I was there, I went and bought a cloak of protection from the sailor guy, Alendry, and then I realized this Black River battle axe I never got identified, and it is way better than the battle axe +1 that he was using, so he's going to use it now. And I gave him the saltwater cloak. I'd really like to find a robe for him.
New business to you.
Welcome to the Golden Apple. How can I help you, love?
I'm here to meet Lady Tassina. Aye, we mean to see her safely to the docks.
That's strange. I just led a group of others upstairs saying the same thing not 5 minutes ago. Oh, bloody hell, why doesn't Alendry make you all wear your uniforms on shore leave? It makes it so much easier to keep track of you.
I don't like the sound of this, Felton.
At any rate, here's the key. Go up with the others and I'll let you sort out who's who. Either way, Alendry made it clear that Lady Tassina was to be escorted to the Rose as soon as possible.
Yeah, on a list of bad things, this is probably pretty high up there. It's me. What are they saying back there?
You don't want to be here right now, sailor. My friends and I have some business to attend to. Why don't you go downstairs to the tap room real slow-like? Get yourself something to drink.
Intimidate, DC 16. I believe I succeeded DC 15. No, those are terrible. Maybe your business is with me. Aye, with him.
Did we say business?
We don't got no business. Not anymore, you don't.
Yeah, we was just leaving.
Yeah, being able to intimidate people is pretty good in Dungeons & Dragons. It's a pretty useful skill. Alright, got some people here. Oh my goodness, we got people all over the place. What's going on here? This is the thug boss. Okay, let me get this guy. I mean, the thug boss is a problem. Let me get this guy. Because the thug boss is probably going to take some work to get him dead. Oh my god, Jesus. That's bad. Although he's attacking me now, which is kinda good. Ironically, I think that worked in a very roundabout way, although I'm about to die. Oh my god, he hurts! What is that sword? Jesus! Whew! And I can't even loot him? I believe it was this door.
Are they gone? Is it safe?
They're dead. Now open the door.
Dead? Well, that will do nicely. One should feed their bodies to the deep. Come closer to the keyhole so I can see you, stranger.
Are you Tessina? I've been sent here to see to your aid. Aye, and me as well. First mate Nizar Zaid, miss, at your service.
Oh, thanks heavens. I didn't... Wait a minute. Shouldn't you be in uniform? What does it matter? I can't stand being trapped in this room any longer. I need to get out at sea where I belong. Give me a second while I unbar the door. Welcome to the temporary refuge in the Golden Apple. Rescuer, it's not much, but I'm afraid I've spent the rest of what I had to gain passage aboard the Rose. So what did those men want, anyway? Oh, it's such a horrible mess. They were my escorts here to Neverwinter, and I had promised them wages on our arrival, but then, well, I was desperate. I needed to be aboard the Midnight Rose, and it was all happening so fast. I meant to pay them, honest. I did. I would have sent money back to them once I reached home, their full wages and more, just for the inconvenience of it all.
Judging by their current state, you offered too much. Aye, we made short work of them, miss.
Until they grew angry at me, they were all right. A little uncouth at times, but it's not like I haven't known men who were a little rough around the edges. Please, I'll just pack my belongings and make my own way aboard the Rose.
How long have you been staying here?
At the Golden Apple? Not long at all, to be fair. I arrived last night. I'm no stranger to inn rooms and travelers' tents, though, that's for sure. They're not much different one from the next.
You travel a lot, then?
Yes, you could say that. I'm an explorer of sorts. My latest expedition was to the Honorok Desert, and I'm still finding sand in my clothes at every turn.
The Honorok? You wouldn't know Rahman Madani, would you?
Who? No, I can't say that I do. 2 people in Neverwinter with ties to the Honorok, though. It's a small world, as they say. Yes, very small world. But if I'm finally able to make it home, I must pack my belongings. The Rose leaves at dawn, yes?
Why is the passage to Kalimshan so important?
Kalimshan? Is that the Rose's next port of call? To be honest, I'm still a long way from home, and any seaborne ship will bring me closer. I was in a hurry, and Captain Ellendry's brig was simply the first to be leaving port.
So, who exactly are you, Tessina Alcrest?
What an odd sort of question. I am who I am. A traveler who was purchased berth aboard the Midnight Rose with hard-earned coins so I can make my long journey home.
Are you a noblewoman? An adventurer?
A noblewoman? Oh, goodness, no. Where I'm from, I'd say the notion of such barely even exists. As for the other, I've had my fair share of adventures, but I'm not one to ply the trade. I'm just a woman who wants to go home. Is that so mysterious?
Where do you call home?
Me? I grew up on a small island rather far from here. I've been a long time away, and you shouldn't believe how much I miss it. My sisters, most of all. Things must have changed so much since I was last home.
How many sisters do you have? One for me, and one for you, and one for me, eh, Faltan?
Oh, they're not my real sisters. Not by blood. I was going to say, you look like you're a part of an order. They were friends from the orphanage. Island life can be harsh. We've all lost our fathers to sea, and some of our mothers, too.
I don't buy this. This visage.
Pack your bags, then. I'll see you aboard the Rose. At long last. I yearn to have the sea beneath me once more, and some distance put between myself and my recent travels. I'll make my own way to the Rose, then, and onward thence to home.
I don't buy any of you. Not at all. Don't buy it. She is up to something.
Good business to you.
Ah, you're all right. I heard the scuffle upstairs. I'd ask what all the excitement is about, but I've learned many years back to keep my nose out of other people's business. It's the best way to ensure it stays detached to my face, quite frankly.
Oh, Jesus. I mean, we did you a favor, probably. Also, you gotta think, I imagine those thugs, although they did look a bit different, I imagine they were probably Black River thugs. How lucky are they that they weren't at their hideout tonight? I mean, they died anyway. But those two guys are probably the luckiest guys in the world. And there she is. And Polly. There ye be. That Tessina lass be aboard, safe and sound. Thanks for your help. We have to talk about Tessina. Miss Alcrest? The lass seems a bit quiet to me, but she's got dress and jewels to mark her a noble, right enough. Yet when young William snuck a peek at her ankles as she came aboard... as I have a mind to do myself, Captain. Well, she told him to keep him his peepers on the prow, or she'd send him down to the Fiddler's Green fast and quick. I never heard a land-loving noble lass talk like that before. Passing strange, I say. Now, what is it you wanted to tell me, lad?
Someone seems to want her dead.
Shh! Pipe down, lad. Does your honor... Good for telling me, but the guards already came by to tell me of what happened. They said you put a good fight against the scallywags, too. If I remember right, I was the one doing I'm not sure what trouble our passenger be in, but as long as she keep it to herself, 3,000 coins mean I ain't a fool enough to ask. You think she'd be the only one on the Midnight Rose with happenings they'd like to keep stashed in the past? As long as her coin be good and it isn't the guard who are after her, she's done all right by me. Now hurry up with whatever it is that keeping you, lad. We sail before morning light. I think we're good. Yep.
Well met.
Ready to sail now, Captain. Right then. Weigh anchor, men. It's back to the open waters for the likes of us. Where are we going?
And thus the Midnight Rose embarked for the fabled port of Kalimshan. For days the trade winds filled our sails and bore us south, till we reached our halfway point amidst the tropical isles of Neverwinter. 'Twas there that the tempers of our guests began to fray, and 'twas there that I saw fit to bring them both into my quarters, where they could settle their disputes away from prying eyes and ears.
Crewman Featherheart.
Hi there.
Any bets as to whether or not those passengers we took on are seasick?
Salutations.
Okay. Got a broken... Hey, Polly! Ah, shiver me timbers! Shiver me timbers! Hi, Polly. Ah, Polly's name. What do you want? Let me story about the pattern. Ah, Tessina Alcrest sure is a fine lass. This rhyme has been edited because it was crass. Ah. Ah, bottle of rum, bottle of rum. You're not a parrot, you're a chicken. And chickens can't talk. You're not a parrot, you're Elvin. Elvin seas can't talk. There are many people who work on the boat. Some of them think and some of them float. You're the first mate. Nassar's the mate when he's a dependable sort. And the captain goes wenching. He holds down the fort. Jesus, Polly. You're like a child.
Hey, Faltan, have you heard the commotion? Captain's got our 2 passengers in his cabin to settle some dispute. Suspicious, no? You overhear anything? A little bit more than I'd like. It's just words, but how long until it's blades and spells? 2 fools like that could blow this whole ship apart, and the captain besides. Go on, put your ear to the door. You'll see what I mean. What happened? That wizard Raman cornered the Lady Alcrest in the corridor. They didn't even have time for introductions before yelling bloody murder at each other. The captain came storming out and hauled them both into his quarters for a talking to. Awfully suspicious, if you ask me. The captain knows better than to hide things from the mates and crew. To be honest, I'm worried for him. He's a good man and a fine captain, but there's something powerful about those 2. Powerful? Dacina was frail as a mouse. I don't know. She's a pretty good one and caught my eye when she came aboard. Gentle as a mouse, just as you say. But something strange came over her since we put to sea. Let's just say maybe Martins was right not to come. I tell you, something's not right, and it's the captain I fear for. Go on, put your ear to the door and tell me I'm wrong. If you're deaf at a poet, then find a cup from the mess to aid you. I wouldn't lie to you about this, Faltan. Why don't you listen in? I already did, and I've heard all I need to hear. I ain't barging in there alone, though. Go listen in, you'll see what I mean. I'll go listen. Thanks, Faltan. If you're deaf as a post, then go find a cup from the mess hall to aid you. I'm getting the shakes just trying to figure out what to do with all this. I've been listening to too many of Martin's stories, that's all. Discussion is an angry one. Apparently some dispute related to the statue. I was going to say, I should be able to hear it decently enough. I've asked you nicely. Now give me the statue or face the consequences. Slow down, lass. There'd be no need to make things worse than they already are. See, the captain in his wisdom knows I have the right of things. The statue is mine. Mr. Madani, you be a passenger aboard me ship, and I ordered ye to hold your tongue. Hold your tongue, relinquish the statue, wizard, or I'll feed your tongue to the sharks. You have no power over Raman, Madani. Your spells could be no more potent than a puny mind could ever imagine. The gods have no power which I command you. Have we struck something? Jesus. Oh, Sawagan. It's a lot of them. Sawagan, what be the meaning of this, missy? You have insulted the power of Raman Madani. Prepare to suffer a fate worse than death, wretched merfolk. You've made the mistake of crossing a priestess of the sea. What a shock. Enough, sea witch. The Midnight Rose be mine, and ye no longer be welcome aboard her. He's dead. Why do men always exist on being such pig-headed fools? I'd rather not have the rest of you share their fate, so stop this nonsense at once. Now what am I supposed to do with the likes of you? Wait, Faltan, I'm sorry. I need that statue and I need this ship to carry it. Captain Alendry shouldn't have spoken up and made such a mess of things. Why are you doing this? I have my reasons, and my goddess has hers. Please don't try to fight what you can't understand. This statue doesn't belong in museums of Kalimshan any more than it did in the Anorak Desert. You're nothing but a cold-hearted murderer. If that's the opinion you've already formed of me, then don't look to me expecting pity. Sawagan, feed this sailor to the sharks. I've been a long way of time, and we must make for port at once.
Aye, 'tis true. I died that day, and this tale be but an haunting. There be those what lived and drifted into shore, bruised and battered, burnt up by the salt and sun. Marooned in paradise they were, for all the good it did them.
Whale on the beach! Whale on the beach! Polly, you survived? Swims like a fish, flies like a bird. Where are we? This little slice of tropical paradise can be yours for the price of a roll of the dice. Inventory is low, so you must buy now. Transportation not included. Did you see what happened to my equipment? Some things float and some things sink. All the good stuff's in the drink. I'm gonna need some weapons. Sticks and stones will break my bones, but words will... Never mind. Are they any of the survivors? Unlikely. Very unlikely. What happened to the rose? Stolen. Commandeered. Pirated. By a single woman and an army of fish. What do you think of Lady Tessina Alcrest now, Polly? Long legs, sultry eyes, a bosom to die for. Needs more plumage. God damn it. Polly, she killed Captain Ellentry and stole the rose. Daring, dashing, dastardly. She's a dirty little devil, this Miss Tessina. Did you just purr? Where do you think she took the rose? To the secret lair under the sea, built from a pearl the size of a pea. Why would she do such a thing? It's the statue she wanted and the statue she took. When all else had failed, it was by hook or by crook. Any idea where all those Swaggin came from? Where do they end? Where do they begin? Chop off their heads. You'll fit 12 in a tin. You're impossible. I know you are, but what am I? Pirate. Come on, parrot. We've got an island to explore. Polly floated here while you simply floated. I'm tired and sore while you're just soggy and bloated. This pretty bird is ready for bed. Polly's vote goes for the cave up ahead. I really don't have anything. Then what was the point of buying all that stuff for? Ah, man. Tinder. Okay, so we're getting stuff for a fire here. That is where I'm going to end this episode. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.